Hello and welcome to the Ladies European Tour and a return to the Canary Islands for the first time in more than a decade. The Tenerife Women's Open, last played in 2011, and a stunning setting for the tour's return. We're in the southwest of the island at Abama Golf, a spectacular layout designed by Dave Thomas. Epic views of the Atlantic Ocean from almost every hole on the par 72, with lots of elevation changes, water and sloping greens. Anything under par would be a good score. No doubt about the player to watch, Rhodes. The Englishwoman has already racked up 3 wins in her rookie season. Caroline Hedwell and Lynn Grant hold the record with 4 victories in their debut seasons. She has them and another trophy in her sights. Let's get on with the action. Not much wind, and with cloud taking the edge off the heat, the course was offering up birdies. With 4 top 6s in her last 4 LET starts and a top 20 finish last week in the US Women's Open, Chiara Tamburlini has been in eye-catching form. A level par opening round here for last season's #1. Emma Spitz, another in form, with 4 top 10s and no miscuts this season, and it showed. The Austrian right on the money here with her approach at the tricky 16th, as she carded an opening day 70 to sit in a tie for 6th. The par 3 7th has a breathtaking backdrop, but even that view was left in the shade by this 9-iron from Rhodes.
Club 12. Pitches, releases, and in for a 1. When you're hot, Rhodes. Have a year.
Te tengo suerte.
Rhodes would close 2 under, 1 behind Ariane Klotz. Used to small islands in an ocean she hails from French Caledonia, this approach at the last will ensure an opening day 69. Ellie Gibbons hadn't had the strongest start to the year, but the Englishwoman looks to be on the road to recovery. One of the straighter hitters on tour, this is a course that suits her. Her short game also working nicely, almost holding out for an eagle at the 6th. Gibbons 4 under. Sophia Kibsgaard-Nielsen ended the day in a tie for the lead. The Dane won the Access Series Order of Merit in 2023, but it was unable to find her feet on the main tour last year. Signs of return to form for the Dane, who posted an opening 67 match later by Irishwoman Lauren Walsh. Kibsgaard-Nielsen, who only has provisional status, embracing the pressure.
This year coming in, not having my full card, knowing that I had to do well in the events that I'm playing, just kind of, I don't know, put me in a good mental place that I need to keep working on the same stuff, and I know that I can be there.
Round 2 and as close to perfect golfing conditions you could hope for at Abama Golf. It was turning into a week for spectacular shots. This time Marta Sanz Barrio getting into the act. The greens here are notoriously tough, so if you can, it's best to take the putter out of the equation. A couple of bounces, a nice roll, and in for an eagle too at her final hole of the day, the 9th. Unfortunately, not quite enough to see her make the cut. Diksha Dagar had an up and down day in what was an entertaining 69. Some 6 birdies on the card from the left-hander, thanks to some stunning approaches.
Had it again, outrageous shot by Diksha Dagar.
Dad on the bag, clearly approved. Emma Spitz, another going well, picking up from day 1. The putter was warming up nicely. This at 9, 1 for her highlights reel.
Grabs another one, moves to 5 under par, Emma Spitz.
Marta Martin, another to close at that score. 4 birdies and a single bogey from the Spaniard, who had friends and family following her up and down the 300 metres of elevation. Sore legs no doubt worth it, as she closed just 2 shots off the lead. As was the overnight leader, Sophia Kibsgaard-Nielsen. The day not quite at her day 1 best, but after starting with an eagle and closing with a double bogey, the level par 72 kept her in the running at the halfway stage. Laura Walsh, though, very much picking up from where she left off. Out in 33, she added 2 more birdies at the start of the front 9. 2 bogeys will follow before finishing in style.
Sticks it tight. Great shot there by Walsh.
That's 68, enough to put her 2 clear of surging late finisher Shannon Tan with some 7 players at 5 under. Walsh's coach knows the course well here and whipped out Google Earth to give her a walk through ahead of the tournament.
We had a good chat about it the other day, and I think just like in general, for me to have a picture of kind of what to expect of some of the different shots that I knew I'd have, you know, it's a quick turnaround to try and learn the course, especially one as tricky as this. So any bit of information coming into it is always helpful.
Once again, the wind stayed low, with the sun increasing in strength as the day progressed. The heat then on for the overnight leader, and unfortunately, Walsh wilted. The course is unforgiving if you're not quite on your game, and finding it all so easy on Friday, Saturday, a different matter. An example of her troubles at the par 5 10th, Walsh posted a 77, which dropped her back to 4 under. Chances dented, but not quite yet gone. And the Spitz ended the day in a tie for 5th. She struggled early on, dropping 3 shots on her opening 11 holes, but finally got the putter warmed up again and landed some mark-ended birdies. This one a 4 in a round of 71. Alessandra Finale, another player who would fancy their chances heading into the final day. The Italian has won a PIF Global Series event, but is yet to add an individual title to her resume. At the round of 71, 68 and 71, she was 6 under, just 2 shots off the lead. With 2 top 5s so far this season, Helen Briem started the week in the top 20 of the rankings and looking to push on. Her debut title came on Spanish soil, and the teenage German was looking back to her best in Tenerife. Saturday 67, the second best round of the day. She joined Finale on 6 under and earning a hug from Dad on the back. Shannon Tan, in her own words, plays boring golf. Fairways and greens the order of the day for the metronomic player. A perfect combination for Abama golf though. A 66 on day 2, thanks to putts like that, a level par round to follow it up. Tan 7 under. Laura Komulainen, another in the mix thanks to a 69. A local caddy on the bag this week who also happens to be a sports massage therapist. 600 metres of elevation up and down the course here. Komulainen revealed afterwards he was keeping her loose. Anna Pelaez Trivino's only win came in Spain. She seems to save her best golf for home turf. A hole-in-one at the par 7th, she nearly holed out here at the 11th for a 2-shot eagle. The good golf kept coming. She produced the round of the day with a 66 to shoot up the leaderboard into second. But out ahead at 8 under was Sara Kouskova. Fresh off her win at the Jabra Ladies Open, the Czech is bang in form. Starting the day some 4 shots back, around a 3 under, enough to propel her into the lead. Perhaps a sign of how fragile any advantage is here at Abama Golf. An impressive 68 from Emilia Garvey put her in the mix, while Mimi Rhodes had a 69 to stay in with an outside chance. Kouskova, though, the one to catch, and a chance to make it 2 wins in a row.
I try not to think about it. I think it's just I'm happy that the game is solid, that I'm hitting good shots, that we are making good decisions, and that's all I can ask for.
Stay with us to see if Kouskova could keep her winning run going, or if the chasing pack could hunt her down. We'll see you after the break. Hello and welcome back to the Canary Islands for the final round of the Tenerife Women's Open at the stunning par 72 Abama Golf, where it was anybody's to win. Sara Kouskova with the narrow advantage, but with a course that can bite, it was impossible to call. A reminder of how things stand: Kouskova with a 1-shot lead, but with 22 players within 6 shots, it's far from done. Let's catch up with some of the early action. Once again, gorgeous conditions for the final round with some early cloud taking the edge off the heat. And the overnight leader started like she meant business. Hole 1, the first birdie in the bank. At the next, another downhiller, the same result. 2 and 2 from the check, while her playing partners could only manage par. Now 3 clear. The main threat seemed to be coming from Patricia Schmidt. Starting 4 shots back, she birdied 5 of her first 6 holes to put herself right in the mix. Now 9 under. But Kouskova kept her foot down. A brilliant touch with a third at the par 5 6th for her third birdie in 6 holes. 11 under, and with Pelaez, Trivino and Sara Kouskova unable to land any birdies of their own, she looked well set. While Emma Spitz was going well again, at least with the irons. This 10 seemed like a certain birdie, which she would go on and miss the putt. A 1-shot lead overnight, Sara Kouskova has now doubled that advantage. I'm Richard Kaufman alongside Sophie Walker. Sophie, this doesn't seem to be an easy course to front run, but Kouskova coping very well so far.
Not taking any risks, is she? That win over at Evian Resort filling her with confidence, but Helen Briem is lurking. Into this par 5 in 3, setting up that short birdie pot.
Looking good for a birdie. Only birdie on the front 9 came at a par 5. That was at the 6th. That 10th hole, unfortunately, ended with a drop shot for Patricia Schmidt, 6 there.
Par on 11. Just outside chance for a 2 on the 12th. Just needs to reset, get her round going again. A tough stretch to come though, 13 through 16 for the Belgian.
One thing to note about Abama golf is the elevation changes. Here's a good example, Sophie, at 10.
I don't think I've ever said this. 45 yards downhill, par 5. Driver back into the wind for Kouskova. Look at that view. Steady now. Just short of that water. We'll be on the downslope though.
Partner Caddy Jakob on the bag. Terrific partnership. He's a world-class hockey referee. Up on the green, Briem.
Not much movement in this one. Sinks it. Kouskova looking on. Helen Briem with a high 5 from her dad. She struggled on the greens this year.
2 back now. Sandra Fernandez, 16th on the order of merit. To get one of those 7 spots from the rankings. Into Evian, but that won't help. First drop shot of the day. Back to 6 under.
77 yards, 3/4 sand wedge. Sticks the landing and knocks it in there close in reply to the Briem birdie on 10.
Well, she was a little worried coming to the week how it might be her first event after winning. It's working out rather well so far. 12th season on tour for Sara Kouskova. First time in the final group on a Sunday.
75 yards for the Finn. Oh, and that's even better. A kick-in birdie. She will move to -6.
2 bogeys and a birdie on the front 9. Should go back to level par.
Par putt for Schmidt. Top 10 at the Jabra. She was actually part of Kouskova's winning team in Seoul. She's now trying to chase down the captain.
Some rounds she's putting together. I feel like it's a must-make, looking for a first birdie of the day today. Anna Pelaez Trivino, playing partners in tight.
Spanish fist pump, looking determined. So she loves playing at home in Spain and being at the top of leaderboards.
67 yesterday for Helen Briem, played with Anna Pelaez Trivino, who shot a 66. Down the hill at 11. Looking good, as you said. The difference really for her is if she can just find those putts she didn't the first 2 days. should be a formality for Kouskova.
Well done. That's what you've got to do, take advantage of the par 5s around Abama Resort. She's done that on 6 and 10 now.
Yeah, 11 under, 3 ahead. 13, tough hole as well.
Was brave off the tee though, took it down the right hand side, Schmidt, so has just left herself with a pitch into a front flag. One of the hardest greens to hit on the golf course, but from that right hand side of the fairway things are a lot easier.
2 in close there. There's a stunning setting on the southwest coast of Tenerife.
Has to hit this one firm down the left hand side, it's slow. Missed opportunity. Like you said, struggled on the greens this year. There's only one tournament she's gained in the putting stats, and that was when she came 3rd at the Joburg Open.
Spitz at 12. She talked on the Ladies European Tour podcast at the start of the year about getting herself into winning positions more. Fabulous tee shot here at the par 3. Certainly been the case. She seems to be up there every week right now.
She's added some zip into that iron play. This is awkward. Blind second shot, 158 yards, a long way back into the wind for Comulainen. Seven iron. That's well done.
Nice from the fin. The last time the Ladies European Tour were at Abama Golf, that was in 2006. We had a Finnish winner then, Riikka Hakkarainen.
Kouskova can see the flag. This is an infinity fairway. Par 4, 143 yards, 7 iron, trying to flight this one down.
Check goal for the year in 2024. Wins again today. Not to see anyone stopping her taking that title in 2025. Spitz to try and close the gap a little.
Just slightly too high. Only a par outside right here for Patricia Schmidt for birdie.
Just came out of the blocks on fire. Those 5 birdies in the first 6 holes. Hasn't found a birdie since though. Still very much in touch though.
And Allen hit it into the water here yesterday on 12, looking to get her own back. Just did not hit that birdie putt.
Knows trying to get into that major trading one yet. Kouskova guaranteed to be at Evian.
Double breaker should come back now. Oh, it has. Back-to-back birdies to start the final 9 holes. And Kouskova, you can see there by the cheer what that means. It's well from the par.
4 ahead now. It is looking mighty fine again for Kouskova. Her playing partners need to respond. They have birdie putts of their own. First, Pelaez Trivino.
5 back. Yeah, but he's hit it hard enough from that left-hand side.
Kouskova rolled them in. From some length as well, the putts of 1 and 2. They're at 11. And Island trying to keep the pace as well.
Oh, look at that. Kouskova was the furthest away and she walks off with birdie, stretching her lead, sucking the energy out of her playing partners.
Head off to the 12th hole, and it's a position of authority for Sara Kouskova, starting the back 9 in style to open up that 4-shot lead, on course to go back-to-back the Tenerife Women's Open. Women's Open, where the news just keeps getting better. The leader, Sara Kouskova. Trisha Schmidt's putter let her down at the 14th, a 3-putt bogey. But worse was to follow for the German. She made a real mess of the 15th, a double bogey there, ending her hopes of another win. A familiar story for Emma Spitz, another birdie chance, and another missed birdie putt. Helen Briem also dropping the shot. Her approach at 13 wayward, unable to recover. First drop shot. Kopulainen, another in trouble. A poor par putt costing her dear. His hopes look to be over. Sara Kouskova in a dominant position to win for the second event in a row. 5 shots clear. Briem, like Trivino, 6 holes to play.
Number 1.
Good hole this, down at the 164 yards, 8 iron, Briem.
Done, but it feels like everything's falling into the hands of Sara Kouskova right now.
She's the only one not to have made a mistake. Down the right-hand side on 13, 79 yards, sand wedge. Dance this one around the pit, take it long, spin it back.
And she just looks so in control. I mean, perfect tee shot. Another birdie look coming up. Just a couple of weeks ago. It's flowing right now for the Czech player. Briem really has to make this.
And does. Erases that bogey on the 13th. It's got 8 under par.
So the gap back to 4 for now. Let's give us this 13 to get to 13 under.
So it comes from right to left. It's low there. Caddy Jakob said he'd never seen her so relaxed but focused when they won a couple of weeks ago. This is now going to be in finale.
Birdie the first since for the Italian. Like Trivino yesterday, it was all happening. Today, so far, nothing really happening, but good look here at 13.
The chase of yesterday. Felt that she was out of it. Today it's steady.
The 19-year-old from Germany who's the main challenger right now. Briem at 15.
Narrow green this one. Slow back to front. Keep it down the left. So much from right to left. So Briem. Push that one.
Lovely look at this picturesque downhill par 3.
Setting up for a draw with this 7 iron. It's more like 150 yards with that down slope.
Nice shot.
Well, par golf will probably do her, really.
She struck the ball well today. Missed a shot.
Schmidt. Tough period. Shot's gone in the last 2 holes. Tickles this one down at 16.
The irony. Holes are put on the hardest green on the golf course.
Well, some light relief at least. To 6 under. Up to 14.
Back left pin. Come on, Pelaez.
3 years since she burst onto the tour with that win in Madrid. tricky putt, this one for Helen Briem.
At least a flag length from right to left and incredibly slow. If they hit it up the hill there, now we drop down, that's not hard enough. She had the line.
To be done. These greens, they've changed the grass on them in the last year. We need a tick eagle now. Closest challenger, not guaranteed a par. Kouskova for birdie.
Well, she's been the best on the par 3s this year. She's going to need more than that. But 13 and 14, tough holes negotiated with pars.
Yeah, tough little stretch, 15 and 16 as well. Leading in, you've got the reachable par 5, 17. Shot for Briem. Lead is 5 again for Sara Kouskova. So dispiriting, isn't it? We've seen that look.
That's what I thought.
We've seen that look for so many players. Pelaez Trivino certainly been amongst them as well. Opportunity missed. Started the year slowly, 60th on the rankings coming into the week, so first time really contending this season. First time in Tenerife.
He's always wanted to come with her friends to go surfing, but the job got in the way. Down the right-hand side, short of the lake, line second shot for Briem, sends it high into the sky from right pin. It's good from there.
A little bit better as well off that slope.
Push off the tee towards the left hand side here in 15. If it's long and left, it will come back. From right to left, come line.
This will work out very nicely. Not sure if she means it, but it could get close. Off the slope, come on down. Chance.
This is as well for Spitz on 17. Uphill, second shot, 3-wood. Bounce. Well, she's not hold anything today. So she's going to get that one down into this one. This is Helen Briem country, isn't it? And the trouble is, it breaks the other way, closer to the hole.
Shannon Tam was a runner-up to Kouskova in France a couple of weeks ago. 3 over today. All we're expecting. But that's more like it. 16's not the hole really you expect for a bright moment, but it's happened to her. Patricia Schmidt.
Shot in by Pelaez Trivino was similar to what Comulainers did. Long left. That's it.
As soon as she hit it. For her and Comulainen, a chance here maybe to put a little bit of pressure on Kouskova, guaranteed par. Position.
For birdie. Outside left.
She remains 5 adrift, holes running out fast, although she will be comfortably at home at 17.
Just to get back to level par for the round. So important that.
This keeps things interesting for her. All eyes though on the leader. Work to be done here though.
This one moves from left to right. Kouskova as well.
Just the second drop shot of the day. The other came at the par 3 7th. And they hardly panic stations. Still 4 clear, 3 to play, but 16th coming next.
She's had a 7 on that one this week.
Wouldn't want to remind her about that right now, though, would you? It is an eagle putt, albeit a long one for Emma Spitz.
The feet from left to right. Just feel at the moment that 2 putt birdies are the only thing that's going to happen for Spitz.
We'll get it to 8 under. Kouskova at 16, just off the fairway.
146 yards, 7 iron, ball above her feet, and that's turning left. Ooh, way left.
The hill. Very close to that palm tree. Meanwhile, 18, Spitz.
Ball above her feet. This one will move from right to left.
She's given herself a birdie look at least. Close to that palm tree, in the way at all?
She would have to go left anyway here. Use that backstop. Sandy line, she's chunked it. It's going to go right back to her. It was the only thing you couldn't do. You had to be long with that third on 16.
Well, here's a little twist we weren't expecting. Double bogey into the equation. Shot at 15. Suddenly, a few headaches for the leader. Seemed a formality. Now looking a little bit more questionable for Sara Kouskova. Some important moments to come for the Czech in Tenerife. Kouskova saw her lead cut to 4 shots with a bogey at 15. More trouble for the Czech over at 16.
Well, it's panic stations now. Wanted a free drop from the pipe, didn't get it. So you see from her mannerisms how twitchy she's getting. Begging that one to go down the slope.
Bogey. Briem with a big drive at 17.
Only an iron going for this green in 2. She's got that left for eagle.
Kouskova trying to avoid a double bogey. Briem going for an eagle. It could be a huge change on the leaderboard.
This one can go.
Oh!
Things could change. Not to be. She has 2 putting every single green on this back nine.
Again, if Formula Line can make birdie or Pelaez Trivino, the pressure will be ramped up on Kouskova given what's going on.
Look how quick Sara is in here. It's from left to right.
Good effort from the Finn. First time in a final group, hard to believe at the age of 34, but it is on a Sunday for her. Came up short in 2, chipped up to here finale, so this is the safe part.
Shame. Probably not the weekend that the Italian would have wanted, but still it's her 9th top 10 on the Ladies European Tour.
Destruction at the last thing, that round of 73.
Needs to flick the switch here. reignite some flames in there. Doesn't seem to have it today. Pelaez Trivino dejected out there.
Eagle putt to get to 9 under for Helen Briem. She won't know what's going on behind.
That could have been to tie for the lead. She certainly won't. You can see by her body language here. Feels like her chances are gone with the bogey on 13 and 15, but oh no. 16 is causing havoc. Kouskova.
She had a 7 here earlier this week. Six in this final round. 5-shot lead just a few holes ago. Briem taps hers in, which we think she will. They'll either be down to 1.
16th hole has cost her 6 shots in the 4 rounds this week.
Wind in her ear there, Briem does tap in. So that lead has almost completely disappeared. Helen Briem has no idea. Spitz to tap in for a closing 71. So there's the clubhouse lead at least. Who knows? 5th top 10 of the season for the Australian.
Hit a hybrid to here, a 30-yard bunker shot. Wants to keep it down the left-hand side of the flag. That's well executed, leaving herself the uphill putt for birdie.
The good news for Kouskova is she has birdied this hole every day.
She is pin high in 2, so put in for eagle. This one, maybe a yard left. Not far left.
See on 4 from there. Makes such a difference.
Talking about the 13th and the 16th hole, how hard a stretch it is. Briem drop shots, but Kouskova there. She wants to make birdie, doesn't she?
She does. Really gazing at the stunning views of the Atlantic and the island of La Gomera. Chipping into the breeze. Like Trivino. A little shy. So not one of the 3 really guaranteed for what is the easiest hole on the course?
Great tee shot by 97 yards, gap wedge, front pin. Okay, just nicked it on that right hand side. She played that similar length putt yesterday afternoon for birdie.
She'll go first with the birdie putt at 17.
I feel like she's read the putts well today. Her pace just hasn't been on song. The first though on these greens. They're running 9.8 on the stint meter. They are so undulating.
This would settle the nerves back down again. This goes up for Kouskova to get to 10 under. Everything that looked so routine, so easy, suddenly to look very, very difficult. She is leading heading to 18, but not with the kind of lead we thought. And Komulainen to get within 1 now. What an opportunity for the Finn. It's agonising. Would never have thought not one of these 3 would make birdie at 17. It's the pressure. Briem to set the clubhouse target at 9 under and to tie the lead.
Tracking.
big week. She's had a couple of top 5 this season. Tap that one in for a 70, back on the tee.
2 more good swings. Drive up, down the right half. Slightly worried, but it should kick in. Not when it's the 72nd hole and you're trying to win. Circumstances. She looks noticeably worried at the moment, as if to say, I can't wait for this to be over.
There we go. So Briem in at 8 under par. She will have to see. What it does mean is a par will be good enough now for Sara Kouskova to win.
Thank you.
The stroll up 18 that it looked a long time like it would be for Sara Kouskova.
It's in between clubs. Wedge or 9-9. He's opted for the 9-9 to be long of this pin. 120 yards. Plays 8 up.
Safely on board. 2 putts for victory. Interested spectators. What sort of putt is this?
She's looking to cosy it down there, aim at the shadow of the flag on the left-hand side here. Get out the heel again, look at 17, it's going to have to hurry.
No guarantee. Not given what we've seen in the last few holes. It's not easy. If Trivino and Tamburlini can make, they may still have a chance. Maybe a roll. Just one of those days where nothing would really fall for Pelaez Trivino. Spanish winner.
Come from left to right. Get to 8 under par. Still, it's going to be the best result in 180 events on the Ladies European Tour for Tamburlini.
Yeah, we think about the team. She missed it. 17. Could have been maybe a little bit more, but 7 under par. Been a really good week, as it has been for Pelaez Trivino. Hopefully she can pop this one into par. Time for third.
First top 5 of the year. Start 2025. Wasn't sure of how it was going to go this week with her game. That's solid.
It all comes down to this. Sara Kouskova for the victory in Tenerife. Sara Kouskova has done it again. Hard work over the closing stretch. Relief and joy for the Czech.
She's done it. Celebrations. She can now breathe. And at some point we'll start to enjoy this win. But that last hour, that was tough. She won it the hard way.
Magic couple of weeks then for Kouskova, a one-shot victory over Helen Briem. Notable mentions for the likes of Ariane Klotz, Madison Hinson-Tolchard and Lorna McClymont, the rookies with their first top 10s on tour, as it was also for Emilia Garvey. Halfway leader Lauren Walsh closing with a 72, but there's no doubt who ultimately stole the show in Tenerife.
Congrats, Sara.
Two
What amazing play.
Sara Kouskova, the hottest player on tour. Double check. Was for once, was for once.
Thank you. Well, I think I'm still on the 18th green processing. No, it's amazing. It feels great to do it in a row like this. I'm speechless, I think.
Mimi Rhodes finished tied for 20th, but her lead at the top cut by Kouskova, who moves into second place on the order of merit. Helen Briem and Emma Spitz both move into the top 10, and 7th and 9th place. No surprise to see the three-time winner Rhodes top of the Rookie of the Year rankings, looking to become the 5th player in the last 6 seasons to win both rankings. Nelly Corder remains top of the Rolex World Rankings, but thanks to that magnificent win at the Women's US Open by a start in 6th. Well, thanks for watching as Sara Kouskova checked out of Tenerife with another victory. Next up, we head to Belgium. As ever, keep in touch with all the action at ladieseuropeantour.com. Until then,